Hey, good afternoon. I am Rory. This is 420 Central TV, and the time is 4:20. So this week, myself and Michael popped out to go and do a bit of an interview. We got invited by a gentleman from Zola. His name is Sthe. And we went to go and visit his outlet, hear a little bit about his challenges, where he comes from. So without further ado, it's lovely to be back. It's lovely to be bringing you something. This is a two-part episode, so I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Good morning to you. We are traveling through the streets of Soweto, myself and Mike, and we're heading to go and interview a gentleman by the name of Sthe. And they have a little outlet called Weed Lovers Market, and he has a bit of an interesting background. He's hustled here and there and needed to make ends meet in the industry, and he now has a little spot of his own. So look forward to chatting with him and bringing you some good news from the hood. Hey, good morning.
Good morning,
dude.
Nice meeting you, gents.
I'm sitting here and I've just been introduced to, what is your full name, please?
My full name is Sithembiso Ngubeni.
Sithembiso Ngubeni.
Yeah.
And his shortened name is Sthe. So I'm sitting here with Sthe, and we are in Soweto, and we're at a place called the Weed Lovers Market. So I think just by way of introduction, Sthe, won't you just let me know where you come from, where did you grow up, how did you get to where you are here?
Yeah, so I'm a locally based guy. I live not far from the shop,
Right.
which is like, I think, less than a kilometer away. So yeah, I was born here in Zola. I was born in a hospital called the Baragwana Hospital.
And the area is called Zola.
Yeah, Baragwana it's the one in Deep Kloof.
Very well known.
One of the biggest hospitals in Africa, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So
is that on Main Reef?
I'm not sure what street it is, but
anyway, please.
Yeah. So yeah, 1991, the 3rd of April, Team Aries. Yeah. So yeah, man. I'm located here in Zola North. We opened a concept store, and what's this? 2021, and yeah, I just found something to do, which is, it's something that I've always wanted to do way before. It's just been that one dream that one keeps on chasing and chasing, and
yes.
Yeah, we're finally here. But yeah.
So Sthe, let me just ask this then for you. Cannabis is something that is a part of your life and has been for a while. When did you first smoke cannabis? Don't worry, your mom's not watching.
I wish she was. R.I.P. to my mom.
Pardon me.
So
Respect.
I started smoking cannabis 2011, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't much of a smoker during high school days.
Right.
You'd have your other peers going out during lunch, short breaks, having cigarettes and everything. I wasn't part of that group, even though I was there physically, but then I wasn't part of the activities. And I was introduced to weed. I think we were chilling at a park There was alcohol involved, I remember. But that one guy that came with the joint came with something for me that was like I felt high for the first time. And I wouldn't say it was a nice feeling because you kind of don't understand what's happening with your
different.
mind and
Oh, yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's like it's playing games, you're okay, now you're not okay. But yeah, after a while of consuming the herb, it's something that I had turned to in terms of managing my thoughts, in terms of uh, building a wall, a barrier wall, in terms and other thoughts that I wouldn't wanna maybe have.
Dude, on that, the weed lovers market, I love it.
Sure.
Where from? Why? How? Where did that drop from?
It's it's when I was alone, all I had was a joint and my thoughts going on. It was like, what is it that you love, dog, now? It's I mean, I guess Tandelin Sang, which is now I just love weed, you know. And at that moment, it would be a joke to someone
Yeah.
for me to say, nah, man, be serious.
Yeah.
What's happening? Like, but then at that moment where I was and what I was feeling, it was, bro, I want to create something that's different.
Yes.
I want to come up with something that's cool. I still
Yeah.
want to bring along that cool company, those cool friends,
Yes.
those hubbly people that wanna just hang out. And more than anything, that what's this? What's this shop?
Which one?
I get it's Weed Lovers Market, but then there's a retail
Food
store.
Lovers
right?
Market.
Yeah, there's
Food
a
Lovers Market.
yeah, there's Food Lovers Market also. But then now with the Food Lovers Market, when I thought of it and Weed Lovers Market, I felt like it's gonna be now too cliche and too exposed as into saying, nah, there's no creativity into what you just did, dog. You just played around with that name
Yes.
and to me it was something that was deeper than that.
Yeah.
It was me being in a positive space. It was me being in a space where I'm not allowing anyone to judge me.
Yes.
More than anything, whatever I do now, it's for the good of me, my daughter, and the rest of the family. And as to how people look at weed got me into that thing, yeah, Khore. That's the actually right. That's actually the perfect name for you to use because
Yes.
now it brings that attention towards someone Khore, weed, and we all know that weed is described as an unwanted plant that
Sure.
just grows, that just needs to
Yeah.
be trashed away
Yeah.
or whatever, killed. Yeah, but then with this plant now, it's it's medicinal more than anything.
Sure.
It got me to stray away from suicidal thoughts. It got me to stray away from feeling like a failure. But more than anything, it gave me that thing of relating as to, dog, this is life. You one way or the other, you need to make something happen. You go for what's you. And I ended up taking the weed lovers market because I couldn't call it cool lovers market. I couldn't call it positivity lovers market. But more than anything, I had to come up with an opposite meaning of all this positivity that has grown inside me and put it into a concept that I'm hoping that one day people will relate and understand that it's not just about smoking weed and getting high, but it's more about being in a positive space and just being able to be yourself.
So there you go. That's where Weed Lovers Market comes from. I want to move into something else for you quickly. Is how have the locals responded to you having a cannabis store here? There's people around here. Plus, there's a lot of foot traffic in an environment like this. How have the locals responded to there being weed available here?
Okay, so with the locals, I won't lie, I've grown with the locals. Looking back 3 years back at how it all started.
So have you been here 3 years?
Yeah, we're turning 3 actually. Yeah, we also having a birthday.
In this space.
Yeah, in that space.
Congratulations,
but
dude.
thank you. The
Yeah.
concept itself, Weed Lovers Market, is 6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, it
But
was
being here, being
registered
local in
2018.
Zola, making cannabis available,
Yeah.
3 years, coming
Yeah,
up
that's
soon.
the concept store.
What's the date of your birth here at Weed
the
Lovers
1st of
Market?
October.
So just, we're around the corner, we're talking things. You're aware of the current status or the current cannabis bill? Are you?
Yeah, I am familiar with the fact that now we are at least enabled to or allowed to now grow in our backyards, which is one. Two, we are now at least enabled to consume or express yourself in whatever, like 420. Like 420 life is now something that can be expressed more than anyway. You here at Weed Lovers Market, there's nothing wrong with you seated there outside and having a joint.
Right.
It's
I mean, the fact that that's strictly not legal, being able to sit outside, you need to be in a private space. So a few things, the locals haven't been bothered by that. That's kind of like you're providing a service, you're creating employment, and you're not offending anybody. Is that sort of the way people sort of look at it?
More than anything, what's been happening with what happens with the locals here in Soweto, it's unlike having this kind of shop or this kind of concept happening, let's say in your mid-trend, in your suburban areas.
For sure.
It being here,
Yeah.
firstly, you just need to fight the stigma of guys understanding that you can actually buy a gram of weed for like plus $100. It's also important for you to understand the fact that your pricing also should also be valued in terms of the quality of the weed that you do have.
Sure.
It shouldn't be something that you want to rip off. Because one thing I noticed, guys here in the locals, they know their stuff. Yeah. They might not be people who consume it on a daily, but more than anything, once they taste something different,
yeah,
they know this is different. And they can tell if something is like...
So what are you saying? Your people are kind of coming back because you've got good quality happening. Is that something you're saying? Okay. And then, okay, let me press on because, you know, we're in an environment where there's a massive market out there that's waiting to be given an opportunity. We need employment, all of the regular stuff. But you've got people that are operating clubs, etc. Is yours as simple as if you come in here, that's the bud bar, speak to the bud bar guy and you do a transaction, or do you have a membership club, or how do you operate? What creates an environment that you feel safe and that you're doing something that's acceptable within what the current law suggests would be good practice?
So to answer on the part where you say, how do I make it accessible?
Yeah. Do you have a membership here?
We don't have a membership as of currently, so we deal with walk-ins.
So there's no, I don't know who comes in. I'm not too concerned. This is.
It's not even about not being concerned. I am concerned about who comes in. Hence, I familiarize myself with the faces.
Fair enough.
But mostly, it's about it growing first to the locals, because like I said, it would be easier for me to go to Midrand, to go to your Rose Bank, open up a place like this, and just say to anyone that wants to come in, there's a membership that's happening, this is a private club, wada. It's basically much more easier for them to get that part. But for a local here in Soweto, someone who's hardly been to Rose Bank, someone who's hardly familiar with what a private club is.
Totally understand.
It becomes now.
So that was an amazing experience for myself. I think the fact that the gentleman's been there Ste's been there for 3 years is remarkable. It's great to see that there's an active culture that's going on within Soweto, within the cannabis industry. We hope to bring you more. And that's all for this week. We bring you the next episode shortly. We hope you enjoy that. And thanks very much to Sthe and his team at Weed Lovers Market. It was a fantastic outing, and we wish you well.